Yeah, it is. Hi, Dr. Pragya. Welcome to our channel, Knowledge Sharing with Aarti. So today we would like to understand, from you, like you hold expertise in the field of dietitian, and you have also worked with the hospitals like AIMS. You have a lot of experience working with them. So would like to understand to help us out, that what are the myths normally, because we have heard a lot of myths from people in reference to weight loss program, right? Like when we talk about to lose weight, they normally give up their favorite foods. At times they also feel like the grains like roti and various other things like bread, uh, these actually lead to weight gain. So is this actually true, or how it actually happened?
Thank you for inviting me for this. I'm lucky to happy to have with you. Basically, what happens because of this hype in the nutrition science and the nutrition market, people are confused because there are lots of options. There is a very severe low carbs diet. There are exposure to the many packaged foods. So what people think that for weight loss, we need to reduce our dietary intake, but that is not the right way. We need to have a balanced diet that includes carbohydrate, fats, protein, and micronutrients like vitamins and minerals. So it's not like that. It's a myth that for weight loss you have to avoid your favorite food. Like some people wants to have a bite of pizza, once in a weekend. So if you follow a 6 days balanced diet plan, then definitely you have a reward day also. So it's if you don't follow a balanced diet and then you eat your favorite food that is high in calorie, then you feel a guilt. But don't eat your food with a guilt. Eat your favorite food with a reward. Like if you do a healthy dietary pattern throughout the week, and then in a weekend you can have a slice of pizza, that is not an issue. But the important thing is the calorie intake should be according to your body weight, as per your age. It depends on age, sex, your physical activity level. So this all things has to be there when you see one's calorie intake of an individual.
Okay, thank you. So when we talk about so as rightly said by you that weight gain can happen if we overeat. So it is not only related to our daily dietary habits or from our favorite food, but I think it's a right balance of everything which is required. Am I right?
Yes, yes. If you take all the food choices, like, see, nature has provided a lots of options, but nowadays what we focus mostly on, we eat more of carbs and more, and sometimes dal jo it's a source of protein, or a junk foods. Mostly the nowadays, because of the exposure to junk foods and the packet foods, because of that the obesity, prevalence of obesity is increasing. So if you cut down it's not that you can't eat your favorite food. You can eat your favorite food, but try to make it a homemade. If you want to have a pizza, or if you want to have a burger, if you want to have anything that you eat outside, you can make at home. So it's always a better. It contains lower calorie as compared to you eat outside. So ultimately, you need to have a balance of everything, all the
Okay.
nutrients.
Sure. And I think we have heard a lot of times that people, from people around, that choosing the food that is gluten free normally is going to be more healthier. And, they believe that when they avoid all fats, it will lead to lose weight, or by that way they can become more healthier. Is it actually true?
Because again the advertising company has created so much confusion that people get confused. So it's our duty as a social human being, or as a dietitian, it's my responsibility to spread the right information to our society. So, as per like gluten free diet is basically made for those who are sensitive to a gluten. Gluten is a protein which is present in wheat, barley, and some other food products. But that is specifically designed for the celiac disease patients. So nowadays what I'm also facing, like people say मैम आज तो मुझे मैं पहले एक डाइटिशियन से मिली थी, उन्होंने मुझे ग्लूटेन फ्री डाइट बोला कि वो पीसीओएस के लिए अच्छा है, वेट लॉस के लिए अच्छा. It's not like that. Unless you are not sensitive to gluten, if you are suffering from celiac disease, then only you are prescribed to have a gluten free diet. Otherwise you don't have a like you don't have a celiac disease, and then you are forcefully avoiding gluten, then in that case you may suffer from a micronutrients deficiency, because the whole grains, that the wheat, that are good source of vitamins, minerals, protein, so you may be in a deficient state. So it's not. The other question was like a fat, for weight loss we need to cut down our fat. It's not like that. Fat is also a good kind of fat and a bad kind of fat. The saturated fat need to be about, like hydrogenated fats, banaspati and dalda. That is not good for health. And it also depends on the cooking medium. Even if you are having a healthy, even if like olive oil, everyone prescribe, it's a good source of omega-3 fatty acids. But when you boil, like when you heat up olive oil, its property gets reduced, so you can use it in a raw form. And fat are the good source of essential fatty acid that our body can't produce, so we have to get it from the fats only. So there are good fats that we have to have for our good health, and that saturated fat need to be avoided.
Thank you so much for clearing, so many doubts of ours. And now just to, when I just recently visited one of my friend's place, so, we were having curd in our, like along with our lunch. So, she is very conscious about the health, and she always try to look for such food which actually is high on fiber, or she tends to go for those products which actually can help her to lose weight. So she just casually told me that, don't take curd too much, because the dairy products, they are normally fattening or they are unhealthy. They help in gaining weight. They move towards that side. And so then we just Googled and we saw some articles, some pointers where it's mentioned that if you want to gain weight, I think you should go for curd. You should add more milk products into your diet food. And if you go for the vegetarian thing, don't go for non-veg, then also it will actually help you to be in good health, to become more healthy, because when we go for non-veg, it has a lot of fats in it. So is it true actually that curd leads to weight gain, or how it is?
No, see, there are some people who are vegan. That particular population don't eat because they like. I don't want to comment on that. But as per the nutritional point of view, all dairy products are the good source of like calcium. Milk has contain a high amount of calcium, and also a good source of protein. So it depends what kind of milk and what kind of dairy product you are eating. If it's a full cream milk and a product of a full cream milk product of like yogurt or dahi, then it's not recommended. If you are planning for a weight loss, then you need to have a low fat and skip milk, curd and milk you can have. That is, it's not that you cut down, because I also most of the time my patient says, ma'am, मैं तो दूध लेता ही नहीं, क्योंकि उसमें तो बोला है कि उसमें इतना फैट होता है, वो तो आप कैसे दूध खाने मुझे पीने के लिए बोल रहे हो. That is wrong, because from where you will get the calcium and the protein. So, and the most important for the vegetarians, if you are vegetarian, then you have to have, because you're non-vegetarian, and then there are other sources also for the non-vegetarians. Protein ke sources और भी हैं, but if you are a non-vegetarian, sorry, vegetarian, so you have to have a milk product. And the next question was to lose weight. There is a myth to follow a vegetarian diet. Again, it's a myth. If you are a vegetarian or if you are a non-vegetarian, please follow your traditional dietary pattern. If I am a non-vegetarian and some dietitian is forcing me to for a vegetarian, it's not like that. It depends on how much calorie. It's not that the vegetarian diet doesn't have calories. There are high calorie vegetarian diets. So it depends how much amount of calorie you are taking you are ingesting, and how much calorie you are burning. That is the basic concept about the weight loss. So whenever you have a vegetarian diet or a non-vegetarian diet, please make sure that the amount of your calorie you are ingesting, try to burn it with exercise, or if you can't do exercise, try to avoid to have a high calorie diet, whether it's a vegetarian or a
Thank you so
non-vegetarian.
much, doctor, for clearing our myths in terms of the weight gain or weight loss food. What we normally think and we hear from people day in day out around us. So I think we should what we can conclude from this is that we should have the right balance of what is the amount of calories we are actually taking day in day out,
Yes,
and how much calorie we are actually burning out. So I think a right regime of doing exercise or maybe fitness regime should be also be a part of our daily routine to have the right balance and to remain more healthy.
yes, yes. And I like to add something like, it's not like a generalized dietary regime is always a individualized. It's depend on your age, your sex, your body weight, and your physical activity. If I'm prescribing someone a 1400 kilocalorie for weight loss, it's not necessary for other people whose physique is different, and he or she is following same 1400 diet. But it's always better to, if you really want to do weight loss, you visit qualified dietitian, and like go for a personalized diet plan. Don't follow, like, Google provide n number of information. So it's our duty as a responsible individual, so get to have a correct information out of it. Or if you are confused, you can consult a dietitian for that. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you so much for giving your time and joining us. So we will come back to you for sure with the queries of our viewers, whosoever will come back to us. And I look forward to see you further also in future with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's nice being with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you. Take care. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.